It terrifies the secularists to think that our country has a Judeo-Christian foundation, and they're worried that we conservative Christians want to make this nation a theocracy. Us conservative Christians aren't who you should be worried about. Save that apprehension for those liberals who call themselves Christians.
I think what happened. Propaganda.
Secularists try to ridicule us conservatives for our limited government stance, yet are scared silly about us wanting a theocracy. That wouldn't be limited government now, would it? The liberals, however, love big government. So for liberal Christians, a theocracy is right up their alley. Even liberals who don't even believe the Bible use the Bible to justify their big government position. And mind you, liberals use such scriptures to either judge Christians or justify themselves. They'll lean on verses like Romans 13:1, which says, "Let everyone be subject to the governing authorities, for there is no authority except that which God has established. The authorities that exist have been established by God." Now, here's where liberals get selective and contradicting. For when we resist the unconstitutional policies of the liberal government, they call us hypocrites and heretics for not abiding by the aforementioned verse. Yet they accuse us of wanting a theocracy. And furthermore, they want us to obey their government without question. And oh, how these same liberals resist when a Christian Republican is in office. But again, liberals have a huge problem with selective reading. The Bible does not work when you don't believe it all and pick scriptures to suit your ideals. Before the Bible tells us to be subject to governing authorities, you'll notice if you'd only just go a few verses back, or better yet, just read the whole book, Romans 12:18 says, "If it is possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone." If it is possible, meaning God has given us discernment as to when it's time to resist. Because just before the verse liberals try to throw in our face, the Bible tells us to hate evil. That would include the evil of government. When authority is given by God, the ones with authority have a responsibility to protect the rights God gave to man. Therefore, we are to obey the good laws of government. But when government abuses its authority and governs apart from protecting the rights God gave us, then the possibility for peace has been upset. Our government has been given authority to protect life. But our government instead protects the choice to murder. Our government has been given authority to protect property, but our government steals from us through income taxes. We are to pay taxes, yes, but not out of our income. I have to point that out because both secular and Christian liberals will jump on Romans 13:7, which says, "Pay to all what is owed to them. Taxes, to whom taxes are owed. Revenue, to whom revenue is owed. Respect, to whom respect is owed. Honor, to whom honor is owed." Liberals take that to mean pay income taxes. Nope. That would be the government taking our income before we can tithe. Also, the government taxes based on covetousness. For example, liberals are always demanding more taxes. They're always demanding the fair share, yet can't define what that fair share is. The only thing that's certain is that it's never enough. Oh, it can get to a point where it's too much for them to pay, but someone else can never pay enough. When the Bible is telling you to pay taxes, it's talking about taxes that do not involve taking people's income. This way, your first fruits can be offered to the Lord if you choose, as it is your right to free religious exercise to do so, like we're supposed to do here. And remember, if the government taxes your income before you tithe, they violated your right to free religious exercise and position themselves before God when the commandment says to not have other gods before him. This opens up the possibility for peace to be broken, for the government has abused its authority. But the funny thing about liberals is that they want us to obey the bad laws of government, while they resist the laws the government is supposed to enforce. Y'all, One of the reasons we respect the founders is that they set the country up to not be a theocracy. We know the Constitution is based on the law of God, and it is the law that protects what God gave us, the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness and property. But we don't consider the Constitution to be the law of God, because if it were the law of God, man could not amend it. But our Constitution is amendable. I'll admit, it would be great if no matter what, people could not be deprived of their life, liberty, their pursuit of happiness, or their property. But these things are amendable in our Constitution. Now, people can be deprived of life, ergo abortion, their liberty. For example, you're losing the freedom to choose concerning your health care, your pursuit of happiness. The government imposes so much taxes and regulations, it's interfering with people pursuing their ideas, and it's negatively affecting employment and the economy. And property, the government steals from us through income taxes. These things should not be, but now we have laws protecting what should not be. But I acknowledge that the Constitution is not God's law. It wasn't meant to be. It's just based on it. And being that it's based on it, it's not written in stone like the Ten Commandments were. Only God can change those laws. We cannot amend them. But our Constitution was penned by man. It can be changed, even at our peril, for trying to get further away from the biblical basis the Constitution was founded on. I'm Alfonso Rachel with Zone Nation, and I think it's weird that liberals are more afraid of the Ten Commandments than they are of Sharia law. That wouldn't be limited government now, would it?